Hi everyone, it's Conyo Noob here, giving you a review on the Nintendo Switch. So, just getting the obvious out of the way, the system is already 2 years old, and if I can give a personal opinion on the system, I just want to be completely honest. As cheesy as it sounds, it's stolen my heart. I do own a PS4, and I've owned a PS4 for about 5 years if my math is right. Ever since I've gotten the Nintendo Switch, my PS4 has taken the back seat. The Nintendo Switch has become my primary console. I play it when I'm at home. I play it when I'm waiting for the bus, or at the bus for that matter. I play when I'm lying in bed. There's just something about the hybrid system that's made me fall in love with gaming all over again. My first exposure to gaming was when I was about 10 or 11. My aunt has given me a Game Boy Advance for my birthday, and that's honestly something I can never forget. The Game Boy was the only thing that I had that was remotely close to being called a home console, even though I know it's not technically categorized as that. Being a young boy, I started playing Pokemon, and even if other people had the original PlayStation, I felt lucky that I got to experience gaming, even if it meant a system that was more inferior to that compared to the PlayStation or the Xbox. My parents usually did not support my gaming addiction or my gaming hobby. To be more accurate, I think. So they were never happy enough to give me a console. And that was okay with me. Me and my brother enjoyed playing the Game Boy. And to have the Nintendo Switch in this day and age, where I'm sitting at adulthood, struggling to find time between a full time job, responsibilities, cooking, cleaning, adulting, and all that hot garbage. It's just nice to have that certain portability to make things a bit more accessible. Instead of me adjusting to gaming, Nintendo has beautifully allowed gaming to be adjusting to me and my lifestyle. Whenever I take the bus or in a dentist appointment, Nintendo has made something honestly very beautiful. And to be honest with you, is one of a kind. So, what does the Switch have to offer after its 2 years of life? Well, well, if you didn't get the gist of my intro, the portability in itself is the main selling point. It's just something I cannot stress enough is quite unique. Any other console, the PS4, the Xbox, or the Soldier Boy console, yeah, it doesn't have the same portability. But enough talking about that main selling point. Let's talk about the other things. Right out of the gate, the first party games are outstanding. You have 2017's Game of the Year, Zelda Breath of the Wild. You also have Smash Brothers, probably one of the more unique fighting games out there, and not to mention Mario Kart and ARMS. Aside from the first party games, you have fantastic third party support. There's been Wolfenstein on the system. We have remasters of Skyrim and Dark Souls. And Dark Souls is very close to my heart. I really do love the Switch version of the game. Let's not forget Starlink, which has Star Fox on the game. And we have upcoming titles, Mortal Kombat 11 and the new Wolfenstein game, Youngblood. It's something to be excited for. Third party support has been amazing. And let's not forget the Wii U definitely struggled in this area of competition. All these being said, it doesn't necessarily mean that the Nintendo Switch is a perfect unit. Everything does come with a negative. And the first thing I'd like to point out is that the processor in the Nintendo Switch is far inferior than that compared to its other counterparts, like the PS4 and the Xbox. That doesn't necessarily mean that this is a big problem, but it's more of a disadvantage that has to be mentioned. In order to compensate for portability, a lot of things had to be compromised. Another thing that I should say is that the Joy-Cons, although I can admire how ambitious they were, making one single controller into two is something I can praise. There is some problems with the quality, most notably the analog sticks, and the reason why is because there is a constant problem of drifting. Point the analog stick towards one direction and it goes to another. As sad as that sounds, there's no excuse for this. The Joy-Cons are top price. They probably have the same cost as an Xbox or PS4 controller. Although there are many tutorials on how to address this problem, it still doesn't give it an excuse. I had the Switch for about a year and experienced this problem myself. I had to go through these tutorials. I ended up having to open it up and replace the broken analogs just to save money. Another problem that I hear is that the dock can actually cause problems with the screen. If you keep pushing it up and down or back and forth, it can scratch the screen if you're not careful, which I definitely think is a problem or flaw in the system. In conclusion, the Nintendo Switch is a system that anyone at any age can definitely enjoy. But there are other consoles in the market that have different offers and have its own uniqueness. Like the PS4 has great exclusives, like I said, but Nintendo is far more superior if you're after portability. But that being said, if you're sold on the idea about portability, or are totally interested in the first party games, especially if you grew up playing Nintendo, just like myself, I do think, without a doubt, this just might be the thing that's worth your money. It does have problems, like I said earlier, but if you take care of the Joy-Cons, or even invest in maybe a Pro Controller, these negatives might not even happen, or might not be an issue. Taking all these things into account, I can say, with full confidence, the Nintendo Switch is a must-buy. Don't take my word for it, try it out. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more content, and you can also like me on Facebook. Conyo Noob out. Peace.